No.
Maxine! Come! Hey!
We're not ready, right?
Ah.
Wow, tasting excellent, and I'm so happy. I'm so elated to know that I'm from Blue Mountain area and I'm drinking my own Blue Mountain coffee. So I'm encouraging someone to come on board and to taste the best coffee in the world to the world.
Don't worry about that, man.
That phone is something so long to put in there. Lord have mercy, there's something long where you... Tell Richie me see there's something where you...
We have to deal with that one and then we'll deal with you. So don't move, don't move, don't move. Don't move. Make me another cup of coffee.
Need a cup of coffee?
Yeah, man. Hey, go down and put your front here, come on. Come on. Alright? Go do it. Yeah, hold on. Come on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
May service. May serve them. Just hold on.
want to, you know. Tell me something. I went a year thing. I went a year thing. Last Thursday, last Saturday, last Wednesday, last Friday. You know, so I would have been, I would have my group and anything you can find. Maybe all this fight, if you put it by it, you know, something I go find. You go find.
Yeah, as long as it go pan.
Yeah, put it on there. Yeah, man. Everything, like anything you do, you know, you know. That guy. You want to stop and have a cup. Take a cup, we make your cup. Take your cup. Exactly.
Come in, I have one for you.
Good morning. Red Grand, free coffee. You want a cup? Take a fork and come and have a cup. Pork properly for me. Pork properly for me. Pork properly. All right. Well, I didn't.
Sugar and milk? Okay.
One leg. I'm going to put it on me, give it to look like all the tea they want to give it. Eh? I'm not saying they are not real. When they don't just take what they say for it. Yeah, but go ahead and talk about it too. I don't know, I'm not sure. I don't come up with hello? You know what's a bank is that? You don't want your shop? You don't have to but it's Jerry there. Then you try Jerry. You try the Jerry. Well, I used to see that town couple of days before. You can come back and look at diamond. I want good too. Jerry. You what? Yes, man. Let me see your son.
Yes!
Teeth. Eh? Teeth. That's any teeth. Oh. You have to go to water for that. They have a big one. They have a big function as well.
Oh, okay. So this is also going to be part one.
Come on. Those things that you 4 or 5 on the first day from the box.
Okay.
When you go up above it, you 4 or 1. Here and
I'm on the pack. Come and take a cup. Come and take a cup.
Your grandmother. Are you the big? Are you called a minute yet? Just a little bit about Happy New Year to you. I'm all the best. No, they have only the one over to Jesus. Yes,
It's here and it's
Good morning. We got some tea. Bless up, bless up.
all right, Jano, take care.
All right, Andy.
I did it. Pick up yourself. Pick up yourself. Eh? No, man. There. I'm minding it's not a cup there. No, 10 o'clock on our side.
Walk properly, man. Go and get a cup of coffee. Free coffee. Jano, you have to do it. Free coffee. Come and get a cup. No, all that you're in the line. How are they? Them 1 KB.
So we have some.
Yeah, man. Okay. Where are you Where are you sugar in a fire. Yeah, boss, respect. Can't give one a shirt there.
Every house in a place.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I want to come back and advertisement. You can't bring that in the context in the
Oh, burn up long no coffee.
Where you still going?
Burn up long.
Indian supposed to night.
You must be there. Take it down there.
Yeah. But they are bad too. So they got up at it.
How much more? Talk to me.
No, beg your cup, man.
Tonight. What? Come on. Come on. What is it? No, man. Never grab your neck. You jump. Everyone, I'm going to run to the one. You see me like a bucket? Man.
No, man.
tell me when you're ready. Not longer than 60 seconds.
Not longer than?
Alright, so I'm going to say something, and then we're all going to join in and say Happy Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Alright? This is going to TikTok.
They are coming up to be part of the leadership of the association. And in closing, I would like to say to you all, without the farmers producing the coffee, we will have no Jamaica coffee, Blue Mountain Coffee Day. So please help us to move on to the next level where we can have and improve.
Chairman of the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association.
And Fisheries, Mr. David Shirley, a member of the JCEA who was nominated to represent, who was nominated by me to represent the JCEA on the board of JACRA, and based on his excellent potential, he has been nominated as the vice chairman of the board of JACRA, and I want to salute you, my friend and brother, David. Mr. Wayne Hunter, the acting director general of JACRA, Mr. Donald Summon, the president of the Jamaica Coffee Growers Association, Mr. Sargent, representing the Tourism Enhancement Fund. I see Mr. Darren Grant, the CEO of the Jamaica Agricultural Society. Other distinguished members from the team of the Ministry of Agriculture, and Wayne, to all the members of your team at JACRA, my own members from the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association, and to all the farmers. I would like to, on behalf of the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association, to salute all the stakeholders, our 5,000 coffee farmers, our processors and exporters, partners and lovers of our excellent and exotic Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee, both home and abroad, as we today observe the 8th anniversary of Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day 2026. Today we are celebrating it under the theme, rebuilding a climate resilient coffee industry. I think we need to set in a framework how Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day came about. Firstly, coffee first came to Jamaica in 1728. It was brought here by the then governor of Hispaniola, Sir Nicholas Laws. Can I bring to acknowledge Minister Terry Long? They have the plan before you, so I can't see your face. But Honorable Terry Long, it's really great to have you from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, my very good friend, and I'm very happy to have you here in East Rural St. Andrew. Please feel welcome, and ensure later on you go by the coffee booth and sip and share Happy Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day, because I know you are a very excellent social media man as well, as with David and myself. So, the journey of coffee must be understood, and the history must be documented, and we must appreciate that history. So in 1728, Sir Nicholas Laws, the then governor of Hispaniola, came to Jamaica, and they wonderful, and they brought, along with his team, the first 3 plants of Arabica typica. He took these plants and planted it in a place called Temple Hall in West Rural St. Andrew. So our first presence of coffee was in Temple St. Andrew. He was governor of Haiti and Jamaica, and what he actually did was to bring some of the slaves from Haiti. And in a very short time, the whole Blue Mountain area was planted with coffee. Within 9 years of that, we were exporting coffee to the global market. And Haiti was one of those countries that had what we call the Asian coffee. And because of how famous Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee became, they went back to call one of the brand the Asian Blue. Interestingly, once Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee entered the trade, David, the conversation changed. Everybody wanted to know, where is this coffee coming from? Of course, that drove demand, and there became a strategy to increase the production of Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee. In 1953, March of 1953, Kieberman of Mavis Bank Coffee Factory, who was a prisoner of war, captured in Germany, he came back to Jamaica to join his mother at the Mavis Bank Coffee Factory. And at that time, we were selling coffee on consignment to Canada and to the UK. And then he said, Mommy, why don't we look on some non-traditional markets? Japan was not yet a traditional market, and he sought and got a partner in Japan called Key Coffee Company that now buys coffee, and the first 3 barrels of coffee left Mavis Bank Coffee Factory, Mavis Bank in East Rural St. Andrew, to Tokyo, Japan. And there came the expansion of a trade and a relationship between Jamaica and Japan that was so excellent. So by January of 1967, between 1953, the largest shipment of coffee left the port of Kingston to Tokyo. And under the leadership of Mr. Buzz Landers, the leadership of the Coffee Industry Board, people like myself, Jason Sharp, we joined the AGIJC, and we went to Japan with Mr. Ushima, and on the 9th of January 2018, we launched the Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day in Tokyo, Japan. At that time, Jason Sharp was the president of the JCA, and I was the secretary of the JCA. And we had members, the Shirleys, the Sharps, all of us came together, and I led a delegation to the Governor General and says, let us now celebrate the 9th of January annually as Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day. So we had a proclamation issued celebrating the 5,000 farmers, the 49% of our population that resides in rural communities, the 102,000 farm families, and now, Honorable Minister, we are here celebrating the 8th anniversary of the Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day. The partners have been excellent. JCEA, JACRA, the Tourism Board has come on board, JAMPRO, yes, has come on board, RADA, and I'm glad to see the JS representative here. And this is a very momentous event. So annually we usually be at Emancipation Park at the airports, when we're all over the place, right, celebrating and promoting Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee both locally and globally. But this year, with the impact of Hurricane Melissa, we decided that we would bring it in the Blue Mountain where the action is. So I want to celebrate with all the farmers, Mr. Sam the Coffee Growers Association, as it relates to Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day. So now that I've set up background, I would just like to quickly say that this day is both a celebration and a moment of reflection. Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee remains one of our nation's most treasured agricultural assets, internationally recognized for its exceptional quality, authenticity, and its heritage. It represents not only excellence in flavor, but the skill dedication of our over 5,000 Jamaican coffee farmers and our industrial workers who have sustained this legacy. However, over the past 4 years, our coffee industry, both Jamaica Blue Mountain and non-Blue Mountains, has faced unprecedented challenges. Consecutive periods of extreme rainfall and climate-related disruptions have severely reduced our production and increased our losses. Most recently, Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5, dealt a devastating blow to the sector, destroying an estimated 100,000 boxes of coffee during the 25-26 crop year, causing farm gate losses of approximately $1 billion, which meant that, David, $1 billion of cash has been removed from circulation among the farmers. Preliminary estimates indicated that 40% of our mature crop that was ready for harvesting was lost, alongside extensive damage to coffee trees, farm roads, farms, processing facility, and access to route. And I heard Donald making some intervention for that. These losses came on the heels of early setbacks, bringing the estimated cumulative impact on our farmers to approximately $2.5 billion over a 4-year period. Beyond the financial toll, the emotional and psychological strain on our farming communities and our farmers, this has been profound. $2.5 billion all over the last 3 to 4 years is significant impact on the coffee industry. Many farmers, coffee farmers, are struggling to recover, facing repeated setbacks that threaten their livelihood, their morale, and the future of coffee production in our mountains. Despite these hardships, the Jamaican coffee industry continues to contribute meaningfully to the national development, maintaining its position in the global market and exporting millions of dollars of the premium coffee annually. Last year, for example, I think our exports were about 28 million US dollars, moving from 17 to 18 million 3 years before. This resilience speaks volume, but resilience alone is not enough. What is required now is coordinated, sustained support, efforts to rebuild a climate-resilient coffee industry. The Exporters Association continues to advocate for urgent recovery measures, including the implementation of the Crop Resuscitation and Establishment Program, CREP, improved farm roads, rehabilitation, and targeted assistance to help farmers to return to production. Equally important is the need to address the mental state of our farmers to ensure that none of our farmers is left to bear the burden as it relates to recovery alone. The Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association, our membership, I think the minister is doing an interview. We want to welcome the intervention from the Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Floyd Green, of a $35 million input supplies of $120 million committed by the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries and JACRA, Jamaica Agricultural Commodity Regulatory Authority. And I just like to pause here because sometimes right after Hurricane Melissa, I led a delegation to the Ministry of Agriculture. And we were met by the Honorable Minister. And I think we placed on the table about, what was it, David? I think it was 90 million. And the Minister says, we're going to give you 100 million. And then JACRA indicated beforehand that we will add 120 million to that. So, Minister, I would like to say on behalf of the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association and the farmers, we truly appreciate that support, we appreciate that intervention, and already there is distribution that is happening. We handed over $35 million worth of input. There were some 5,000 coffee seedlings that were distributed, and JACRA will also be distributing 1,000 seedlings today. So I'd like to welcome, and the Minister is working hard. I like him. I am happy when he came back to the Ministry of Agriculture. He didn't know that I requested him, but because I said to the Prime Minister that when he wasn't Prime Minister, as a Prime Minister, we usually talk every month. But now that you're Prime Minister, I can hardly get a catch up with you. Yes, but the Prime Minister and myself, we had some very good exchanges. Minister, we want to also, because Wayne had indicated when I had actually agitated the issue about CREP, that the announcement that CREP will also be implemented. I think that this is a game changer for the coffee industry. 300 million per annum over 5 years, $1.5 billion over the period. I heard Donald Salmon talking about productivity. What that will do will help to move our average production, Minister Turadon, from 30 boxes to 90 to 100 boxes. Our production from 200,000 boxes to 450,000 boxes over 5 years. But listen to the game changer. It will help to increase our foreign exchange earning from an average of about $28 million with incremental growth of between 5% per annum over 10 years to $100 million per annum. Listen, when Minister Floyd Green walks into cabinet, right, or when he's absent, the Minister of Finance is going to say, where is Minister Floyd? Because that is going to reset not only the coffee industry, but it is going to reset Jamaica's agriculture to be the pioneer, the lifeblood of the economic development of the economy. So when we're talking about, Minister Green, 7% of GDP, we're talking about doubling that to 12%. And there goes the fact that this minister will be regarded as the most important minister in the cabinet. And you have my total support, Minister. 150%. And we talk very regularly about the general industry. As I close, I'd like to say, in addition, the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association welcome and thank 7-Eleven, which is a corporation in Japan that buys coffee through Wishima Coffee Company for their contribution of 8,000 coffee plants valued $1.5 million Jamaican dollars, as well as a contribution of $3,000 from the Association of Japanese Importers of Jamaican Coffee, the AGIJC, who are our partners. So, as we rebuild and celebrate Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day, it reminds us of our coffee is more than the product. It is a national treasure, a source of rural development and rural employment, a symbol of Jamaica's excellence on the global trade. So as we celebrate, let us also recommit and safeguard the people and our communities behind this great brand, strengthen sustainability and securing a resilient future for generations to come. We will work together as we rebuild a climate resilient coffee industry. Let me extend sincere appreciation to all stakeholders, our farmers who continue to stand with the industry during these challenging times, and I encourage Jamaicans everywhere, home and abroad, to celebrate, support, share the history of Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee as we rebuild a climate smart industry. Happy Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day, and the journey continues. May God bless you all and bless Jamaica land we love.
Journey continues indeed. History class is now on a Friday, okay? So thank you very much for that rich history lesson, Dr. Norman Grant, Chairman of the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association. And people, we know that people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and cultures, through extension services, regulation, and recovery initiatives, and remains deeply engaged on the ground, especially in times of crisis. To bring special greetings on behalf of the authority, please welcome Mr. Wayne Hunter, Acting Director General of JACRA. Make some noise.
The Honorable Minister Floyd Green, the Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Honorable Alonzo Terlon, Deputy Chairman of the Board of JACRA, Mr. David Shirley, and Board Member, Dr. Winston Riley, Chairman of the Coffee Growers Association, Mr. Summer, Chairman of the Coffee Exporters Association, Norman Grant, Director of Finance in the Tourism Enhancement Fund, representing Dr. Kerry Wallace, Mr. Sergeant, technocrats of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, CEO of Jamaica Agricultural Society, Mr. Grant, teachers and students of the Mount Fletcher Primary School and the Guava Ridge Basic School, members of the media, farmers, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. History class was nice, but today we proudly come together to celebrate Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day. A day that honors not only one of the world's most premium coffee, but also the people, the place, and the tradition that gives it life. That's why on a day like today, after Hurricane Melissa, there is no way we could be in Halfway Tree, Crossroads, or even at Emancipation Park. But Guava Ridge, in the hills of St. Andrew, is the best place to be among the farmers. Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee is more than an export. It is more than a brand. It is a symbol of excellence, resilience, and Jamaican pride. Primarily, there could be no celebration without that of our farmers. So today, front, center, and back, we honor our farmers. Put your hands together for our farmers. of the celebration. They cultivate coffee on the steep hillsides. And you see, and you can see it for yourself. And I was muttering to our deputy chairman earlier, whose field is on the pinnacle of the hill over there. Nonetheless, in challenging terrain, often under unpredictable climate conditions, their work demands patience, precision, and perseverance. So, at Jacro, we pride ourselves in standards and the quality. But quality didn't start with us at Jacro. Quality starts with the farmers in the field. Therefore, every cup of Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee tells a story of the early mornings, careful harvesting, and generations of knowledge passed down from family. Therefore, today, on behalf of the Jamaica Agricultural Commodities, we thank you. Thank you, farmers, for your commitment to quality. Thank you for your stewardship of the land. And thank you also for sustaining an industry that placed Jamaica on the global stage. This year, as we celebrate the 8th year, our theme is Rooted in Recovery, Rebuilding Together. This year's celebration is especially meaningful. Over recent years, our coffee industry, like many others, have faced significant challenges. For example, climate impacts, global market pressures, natural disaster, we're just coming out of Hurricane Melissa, that have tested the resilience of our farmers and our communities. Yet we are here today because the industry did not retreat, but the industry is on a path to recovery. It is through adaptation that the industry continues to grow. We see that a lot of trees were uprooted, a lot of trees had to be removed, and that is why today we'll begin by planting 1,000 coffee plants across the Blue Mountain region. Last year, in December, we talked about the crop restoration and establishment program. But before that program, the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining had allocated $100 million. And Jacro had joined in that. And Jacro brought 20 million on top of that, which provides for a sum of $120 million to the coffee industry. Then we handed over several thousand bags. At the time it was 5,000 bags of fertilizer that was distributed. And we shared that we will extend to the industry some planting materials, some seedlings. On this day, I am pleased to pass on to Mr. Donald Salmon, who represents the farmers, that Jacro strengthening systems and preparing for a more resilient future. Based on one of our recent studies, it was theorized that global demands is at almost 600,000 boxes per year. But on an annual basis, we have been producing just above 200,000 boxes. With the infusion of planting materials, both in the Blue Mountain region and in the High Mountain region, we believe that over the next 3 years, we should be nearing 500,000 boxes per year. Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee holds a rare and respected position in global market. That's why protecting a world-class brand as the Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee is something that we pride ourselves. Its reputation for quality and exclusively in result of decades of careful regulation, strict standards, and collaboration across the value chain. Looking ahead, as we look to the future, our focus remains on climate resilience, which is ensuring our farmers are prepared for what lies ahead. Women and youth engagement. So we have started a program that we refer to as Women in Coffee. And I'm pleased on this day to share with us that JACRA will advise on the 22nd day of January 2026 a raft of measures and the goodies for Jamaica Women in Coffee. Sustainability and value addition. It's not just about our processes. We value the partnership in our processes, but we can go a bit further. I gather on a family trip in Aberdeen in Scotland, and I recognize that there are heavy pharmaceutical demand and where coffee is being used to produce these. And I have long shared with our sector that perhaps it is time for us to look at coffee scrub and to look at several other things of moving ahead of the value chain in the coffee industry. Huge on the table for us is global partnership. We recognize the partnership with Japan, but there are other countries that partnership is required. Today, we have made some inroad in Europe, particularly we look at Germany, we look at Amsterdam, and there is the possibility of New Zealand. The Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee has endured because it evolved while staying true to its roots. That balances tradition and progress while we guide ourselves forward. Today, there is no cup in hand, but let's raise that cup of of Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee, let us remember what it represents. The strength of our farmers, the richness of our land, and the excellence of Jamaican enterprise. May this celebration renew our commitment to supporting the people behind the product and ensuring that Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee continues to stand as a global symbol of quality, resilience, and pride. Happy Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hunter. Now, can you imagine there was once a world, like we once lived in a world where coffee was banned. Coffee wasn't always as loved as it was, or as it is today. In the 18th century, governments tried to ban the beverage because it was thought to stimulate radical thinking. Now, can you imagine that? No coffee today. Somehow we wouldn't make it. Somehow we wouldn't hear so right now, because we need a coffee, and some of us, we need the radical thinking, you know? We're real radical thinkers. Now, JACRA's work is guided by a strong board, working closely with the government of Jamaica to support recovery in the coffee sector. Now, if it's two things Jamaicans hate, it's cold coffee and a girl named Melissa. You understand? But through JACRA, rebuilding efforts are already underway, including the rollout of 15,000 coffee seedlings for replanting, with more to come, and approximately $100 million in support for chemical inputs and essential planting materials. Now, today's ceremonial planting marks the start of a long-term recovery and resilience strategy for the Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee industry. Now, to give another greetings, it's greetings across the world today now, to be a greetings. To bring special greetings on behalf of the board, please welcome Mr. David Shirley, Deputy Chairman of the Board of JACRA.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, Mining, and the Honorable Floyd Green, State Minister, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Honorable Orlando Charlon, Mr. Sargent, Director of Finance and Tourism Enhancement Fund, President of the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association, Dr. Norman Grant, Norman, you have been shouted, members of the Diplomatic Corps, partners, Mr. Donald Salmon, Coffee Growers Association, my good friend, and members of the media, and most importantly, our farmers here, Wava Ridge, Blue Mountain. And I would like to recognize my brother Stephen Shirley. Is he in the audience there? Stephen, stand for me there, Stephen, and his son Alex. And I'm just making this point to show you that the coffee business is a family business. The farmers is a family business within the farming community, and with all of us in the exporters, processors, is a family business, right? So, thank you, Stephen. Stephen is also the chairman of the Stoneleigh Coffee Factory right down the road here. All right, so on behalf of the Jamaica Agricultural Commodities Regulatory Authority, JACRA, it is my honor to stand with you here today in the Blue Mountain, place that we frequent to observe Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day 2026. Norman, you mentioned all of those support that you have given me. I think you have given me a lot more work. But gentle folks, I think it's our obligation to serve our nation when called upon. So I want to thank the minister for appointing me to the board. It's my second go around at the board. I was on the board several years ago. And I'm very excited about the opportunity, recently appointed, to help to support the initiatives of JACRA. So the theme this year, as has been presented for Blue Mountain Coffee Day is one in which that we have to be calling on our strengths, given the circumstances that happened, the unfortunate circumstances that happened with Melissa. But what it has shown us, folks, is that we are a resilient people. Right. Applause. I want to thank Mr. Hunter for right shortly after Melissa, with the support from Mr. Salmon, Mr. Grant, putting the coffee stakeholders together, all of us gathered at Jackra around the coffee boardroom to think about how we could quickly get support to the farmers, to the industry. So I just want to thank you, Mr. Hunter, for coordinating those meetings and working with the minister to get that support. And even as we acknowledge the damage, we also have to affirm something equally powerful. The industry is rebuilding, and we're rebuilding together. It's simply not just about celebrating coffee, but it's about recognizing the people. Now, earlier, thank you. Earlier, Mr. Hunter spoke about all the things that Jackra is going to be doing for the farmers. Norman gave a history of where we are coming from with coffee, and I would just like to break from script here because a lot of the things that are in this paper have been said already about what's being done. So essentially, being on the board at Jackra is an honor to help to support in the governance, the strategy, to see how we can ensure that Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee gets pride of place on the coffee world market. We have been blessed people. We have been blessed by God. I think Blue Mountain Coffee has been a gift from God. The climate, the soil type, the drought cover, right? We as a country have been blessed. And I can tell you, when we travel internationally to promote Blue Mountain Coffee, and you present our product that the farmers have carefully delivered, we have processed, which has gone through the certification, stringent certification from Jackra. I can tell you that when you offer that product internationally, it is received with pride. So I think you need to clap yourself because you are part of the process that has created one of the world's finest products, right? And at Jackra, we are here to ensure that that tradition continues. Our high standards of quality certification and export quality will continue through even difficult times and difficult circumstances. The standard must never drop. So I'm encouraging farmers, processors, exporters, no matter how hard the time gets, don't drop the standard. Alright? Keep the quality up. Quality first, right? Everybody say quality first? That's right. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I won't carry on for long because you've gotten a lot of information. But I just want to say I am very happy that Blue Mountain Coffee Day is being celebrated here in Guava Ridge. Yes. Please go hard. I mean, on the hill up there, that's where the coffee farms are behind those hills. Factories, we have 2 coffee factories, Mavis Bank Coffee Factory, Stone Lea Coffee Factory. Minister, we need to look at the roads coming up here. One of the things that being on the Jackra board is one of our missions, Mr. Hunter. I've been attending meetings, so and I'm just coming on the platform and talking. Roads. Farmers, I believe that if we can get the infrastructure right, there's a lot of opportunity in agro-tourism, not just selling coffee, right? A lot of you are the best tour guides, because you know the coffee better than most of us, right? I'm a businessman / farmer boss / farmer know the farm the best, right? So I am going to be an advocate and a promoter of trying to ensure that we get better infrastructure here in the hills, and we have a great minister that I know will support that initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the time today, and I want to reassure you that Jackro is working hard to ensure that they do their part to support the farmers, support quality, and ensure that Blue Mountain Coffee is #1 in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Quality what? Quality what? Quality first. Give yourselves a round of applause for your resilience. Yes? And now, to add a little sweetness to the program and remind us of the joy and talent within our communities, please welcome a creative item by Mount Fletcher Primary School. But before we do, we have to acknowledge our First Lady. Yes? Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Gillette Holness. Now, Mount Fletcher Primary School, are we ready? Yes, we are. If you're ready, say coffee. Say coffee. Say Blue Mountain Coffee. Let us go.
Don't be nervous, just relax, just like when you're in class person, right? So I'm gonna do the introduction again. We're gonna get into it, right? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are from Fletcher Primary School, and we are part of the 4-H club. In showcasing Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee to the world. Say it to the world. From Jamaica to the world. To the world. To the world, that is it. Now to bring special greetings, please welcome Mr. Durrani Sargent, Director of Finance at the Tourism Enhancement Fund, also known as TEF. Make him welcome, please.
Good morning, Doctor. Great. First, let me pause to acknowledge our Minister, Honorable Minister Flight Queen, Minister Honorable Terelam, also JP, Minister, MP, First Lady, Honorable Juliette Holness, Dr. Norman Grant, Mr. Shirley,
Mr. Saman, and all other dignitaries, and most importantly, the farmers and citizens of Guava Ridge. I know we have been schooled a lot so far from the previous presenters. We got lecture class, we got history lesson, and Dr. Grant went in the numbers and emphasized that if we continue on this progress, Jamaica, the citizens of Guava Ridge, will benefit significantly from sustained coffee farming, export, and also for domestic consumption. I'm just going to share with you a little, not history, but some little numbers meaning. As Dr. Grant mentioned, this is the 8th staging, and it is here among the farmers. Now, biblically, 8 represent new beginning. So I am confirming and I'm decreeing that from this day forth, the coffee farming industry will boom. I know Dr. Grant also mentioned that Minister, the Honorable Floyd Green, when next he step in Parliament and Minister Favour see him, he's going to say he's the one bringing in the money. But I can attest, if the Honorable Edmund Bartlett was here, he would say he's the Minister of More and he's the one bringing in the money from tourism resume. And I also have to acknowledge the comment made by Mr. Shirley, and he pivots into the importance of theft, and he made mention of the importance of agritourism. So there is significant linkages that can be realized, not just from export, but also from the tourism sector. Now, as I stand here, I'm bringing greeting on behalf of my Executive Director, Dr. Kerry Watts, and the team of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. It is indeed an honor to join you here today in the Guava Ridge community as we observe the 8th staging of International Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day. Today we gathered not only to celebrate Jamaica's iconic Blue Mountain coffee, but also to stand united as we continue to work of rebuilding following the devastation caused by that girl, Hurricane Melissa. As a team state, rooted in recovery, rebuilding together. This team aptly reflects the resilience, hope, and collective responsibility that define this movement. The seedlings we plant today are powerful symbols. They represent renewal, resilience, and the government of Jamaica unwavering commitment to rebuilding a stronger, more sustainable coffee industry. What we place in the side today is an investment for tomorrow. Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee is far more than an export commodity. I think we can call it a demand pool for tourism. This represents Newell as emphasized. It is one of our most distinguished cultural offering and a symbol of Jamaica excellence. As we deem its integration with tourism, we enrich the authentic, uniquely Jamaican experience that attract visitors to our shores and keep them coming back. When we strengthen the coffee industry, we strengthen the tourism product. And I'm going to repeat that. When we strengthen the coffee industry, we strengthen the tourism product. When we support our farmers, we reinforce sustainable linkages from agriculture, local supplies, local hotels, and domestic markets, ensuring that the benefits of tourism are shared more equally across communities. The Tourism Enhancement Fund continues to enhance this work through its agricultural technical working group of the Tourism Linkages Network, which brings together key stakeholders to strengthen our linkage team, which is led by Mrs. Caroline McDonald-Wiley, is currently conducting assessment following Hurricane Melissa to determine the most appropriate support to affected farmers. And this includes the farmers here, the coffee farmers, among other farmers, strawberry farmers, culinary herbs, and exotic vegetables. Today also marks an excellent milestone, and this is interesting. For the first time, the Ministry of Tourism, through the Tourism Enhancement Fund, will partner with the Jamaica Food and Market Festival. As this collaboration, the Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Festival 2026 will be jointly hosted alongside the Jamaica Food and Drink Festival, Meat Street, and the Market Experience on March the 7th at Oak Garden. This joint hosting will allow Jamaica to showcase its very best through fully immersive experience, where Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee will be celebrated not only as a beverage, but as a culinary wellness and lifestyle ingredient. Beyond the festival, visitors will also be invited to journey into communities such as here, right, where they will get the experience to create coffee trail experience, meeting farmers, exploring the origin of the product, and connecting with the people whose dedication sustain the world-renowned brand. As you know, Tourism Enhancement Fund, anything that they touch, it's excellence. And as you know, the TEF is the #1 executive agency in the government of Jamaica. In addition, this initiative reflects the Ministry of Tourism local first mandate, a guiding principle championed by our international respected Minister of Tourism, and you all know that, who is the Honorable Dr. Edmund Bartlett. This mandate ensures that tourism values remains in Jamaican hands, and that our farmers, and I emphasize our farmers, benefit directly from visitors' demand. As I explained earlier, this year marks new beginning. The seedlings we plant today will take time to germinate, to mature, just as how the country taking time to recover from the passing of Hurricane Melissa. And we will succeed, we will triumph, when all stakeholders join hands together. Today we plant hope. We reaffirm Jamaica's stewardship of the Blue Mountain Coffee brand on the global stage. I know Dr. Grant mentioned of the partnership with Japan. I know that Mr. Saman mentioned of his experience in Europe, but I too have spent some time in South Korea, and the Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee brand is in high demand. So when you go there and till the soil, just realize and know that your hard work is going far beyond Jamaica. And Tourism Enhancement Fund is here to partner, to collaborate, to ensure that the farmers benefit as well. We reaffirm Jamaica's stewardship as mentioned before, and we demonstrate clearly and confidently that when agriculture and tourism work together, Jamaica win. I know Minister Floyd Green love this. Everybody know that Tourism Enhancement Fund is not afraid and will not withhold any investment that will enhance the tourism sector and by extension the domestic. To the farmers gathered here today, thank you for your resilience. The Tourism Enhancement Fund stands firmly with you. We remain committed to ensure that the world continues to experience the excellent produce in these hills, and that your produce reaches markets beyond Guava Ridge. Your dedication and labor generates sustained growth and improve livelihood in every facet of your life. Let us rebuild together, let us grow together, and let us continue to show the world the very best of Jamaica through the Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. In closing, I remind you that the government of Jamaica stands fully with you, and the government of Jamaica is as mandate to all executive agencies, in particular Tourism Enhancement Fund, to ensure that the benefit of tourism that is echoed, is shared, it reach your pocket. So bear with us as we continue to rebuild, and I trust that going forward from here today, you will start giving your testimony and say thanks to our MP, Juliet Wallace, Honorable Minister of Life, Honorable Terolang, Foreign Affairs, who will ensure that those business partnership is safe, and our number one minister, the Honorable Dr. Edmund Bartley. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we will continue to partner with the team. Thank you.
Yeah, Japanese? Yeah. So, especially, since most of our coffee heads straight to Japan. Did you know that? Fun fact. You know that? You know that? Of course, you have bright spots. You're the front of the class. Now that shared appreciation has strengthened a long-standing relationship between our countries. Through strategic trade relationships, Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee continues to access premium markets, support rural livelihoods, and enhance brand Jamaica on the global stage. To bring special greetings, please welcome the State Minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, the Honorable Mr. Alanda Terolang. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Madam Master of Ceremonies. Whilst the greetings and the salutations have been extended at great length this morning, allow me just to acknowledge the presence of the Minister of Agriculture, Mining and Fisheries, the Honourable Floyd Green, Member of Parliament, and the Speaker of the House of Parliament, the Honourable Juliet Wallace, members from varying coffee boards and sectors, of course members of the media, and to you, the wonderful residents and farmers and your families here from Boveridge. It's still morning. Good morning to you all. Might I also say Happy New Year to every single one of you, and express how delighted I am to join you as we celebrate Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day 2026. This commemoration not only honors our exceptional coffee, but also pays tribute to a legacy of trade partnerships globally. Trade partnerships which the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade continues to pursue and continues to enhance on behalf of our government, people of Jamaica, and of course to our farmers. The Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee is more than a beverage. It's a symbol of excellence, resilience, and authenticity. Known for its smooth taste and unmistakable character, our coffee tells a story of heritage, craftsmanship, and harmony between people and nature. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's theme, Rooted in Recovery, Rebuilding Together, is quite timely and meaningful, reflecting the deep roots of our Blue Mountain Coffee legacy and the efforts now required to rebuild a more resilient industry following the passage of Hurricane Melissa in October 2025. This Category 5 storm was a powerful reminder of the vulnerability of the agricultural sector. Many of our coffee farmers experienced severe damage to farms and infrastructure. Yet what is most inspiring is their shared determination to recover, to rebuild, and to move forward. This, therefore, is a story of endurance and a symbol of triumph over adversity, and certainly a symbol of our government's continued commitment to ensure that notwithstanding the challenges faced by our people, the message of prosperity remains true. And in that regard, our government remains committed to helping all our farmers and their families affected by this hurricane. To that end, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade is charged to developing trade partnerships across the globe. These trade partnerships have existed for more than 50 years with countries like Japan, our oldest export market. It remains a testimony to the shared dedication to excellence and mutual respect between our farmers, our exporters, and of course, our markets across the globe. Our Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee has been delivering an unforgettable tale of excellence, sensory experience to Japanese consumers, for example, for over 50 years. It has also found its way through the hard work of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and your government to markets in the Americas, across Africa, Asia, and Europe. And we continue to find new markets to ensure that from your farms to across the globe, our farmers and their families can benefit from the hard-earned exchange dollars that they need to send their children to school and feed their families. The Jamaican coffee experience, therefore, has transcended generations and is highly regarded for its rich flavor and aroma, whether served hot or cold. Our enduring partnerships across the world are an illustration of the confidence accorded to our coffee by the global community. In expanding into new and emerging markets, your government, led by Dr. Andrew Holness, remains conscious of the need to ensure that the Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee remains synonymous with global excellence. In all our engagements with international partners, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade continues to communicate a clear and consistent message. That message is that Jamaica remains a reliable producer of premium coffee, offering quality assurance and supply chain confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, as the global coffee market continues to evolve, there is an urgent need to ensure that our coffee is also climate resilient and sustainable. Even in these challenging times, quality remains non-negotiable. So our standards and reputation must be preserved because they are the foundation upon which recovery and growth are built. Every meeting that I have, every meeting that our trade department has with global markets, we must maintain that level of confidence that Jamaica continues to produce high quality coffee. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade is therefore at your service. We stand ready to assist in seeking global assistance whenever this is required to reinforce our homegrown expertise in sustainable agricultural systems, including alternative forms of infrastructure to safeguard crops from natural disasters, pests, and diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, the coffee industry plays a vital role in rural livelihoods, export earnings, and the national branding. Every ton exported and every cup brewed overseas represents not just a product, but a strategic effort on behalf of your Minister of Agriculture, your Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, your Minister of Tourism, your Prime Minister, and our government as a whole to ensure that every Jamaican farmer is able to produce a distinctive premium product, notwithstanding the unforgivable or the unforgiving terrain, to ensure that they are able to provide for their families in a sustainable way. To our international partners and buyers, let me, on behalf of the government and people of Jamaica and every single farming community and families of farmers that benefit from this global market, thank you for your continued confidence and understanding, particularly in light of recent challenges. It is your unwavering partnership in this world that ensures that we will rebuild together to ensure the sustainable livelihood of our farming communities. And to you, our farmers, you remain the backbone of this industry. It is your perseverance in the face of Hurricane Melissa, and notwithstanding the terrain in which you work, that notwithstanding any unforeseen developments, that the coffee industry continues to thrive. We therefore remain committed to ensuring support to you on the road to recovery. On behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and the Government of Jamaica, I express appreciation to JACRO and all our farming associations for the celebrations here today. And I look forward to planting a tree with you all in a few moments. This tradition certainly symbolizes rebirth, resilience, continuation, and certainly the strength and resilience of the Jamaican government that says we will never forget our roots, we will never forget the backbone of the coffee industry, we will always stand by you, the farmers of Overridge and across Jamaica, to ensure prosperity for you and your families. Thank you.
Who says I'm
Mrs. Juliet Holness, MP, whose presence underscores the importance of today's observance. At this time, we invite her to bring greetings. Make her welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi everyone, I'm not sure it's still morning. It is still morning. Thanks to all our visitors and friends, Minister Floyd Green, Minister Alanda Terrelong, from both Ministries of Agriculture and Foreign Affairs. I'm not seeing Minister Bartlett here, but I know that the Ministry of Tourism is also represented. JACRO, thank you very much, an agency within the Ministry of Agriculture, for choosing Warberidge, for choosing Mavis Bank to have this very special event. Jamaica's Blue Mountain Coffee is a very special coffee, and we know it because Blue Mountain only exists here. Nowhere else in the world can you find, you will not find Blue Mountain coffee unless we send it there. And I must say to you that when I visited Japan, I specifically decided I wanted to visit the UCC plant that they have there in Japan. Why did I want to go? Because Japan is the only other country that has a Blue Mountain Coffee Day like we do, celebrating our coffee. Why is this so? Because Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee is primarily the coffee they consume. And why is this? Because they want the best coffee in the world. They have said to us, we can take more. What is important is the quality of the coffee. And so farmers, today's special, we would have gone through Melissa, and making sure when you take up one, hold on, let's see. This looks a lot like one of the typical seedlings, doesn't it? This seedling is very special because this is what helps in terms of our coffee production. I am a housewife in addition to being Madam Speaker. I hope you know. Yes. And I know the typical. This is one of the best coffee plants that any farmer in East Rural St. Andrew, West Rural St. Andrew, Portland, St. Thomas can receive, because this continues our brand in terms of quality and taste. Replenishing the stock as a result of Melissa is the cry of many of our farmers. We lost almost every bean off the tree. Where we had not lost the beans because of the rain, they ripened very fast. So we lost those. And strange enough, while the rest of the world thought that we only had devastation in the western side of Jamaica because it was so bad, they neglected that the eastern side suffered gravely. Many of our roads were inundated, broken away, and when you looked at, no, not quite still, because some of what I saw in the newspaper for Observer, don't quite go so. You can comfortably traverse through Westphalia. The only area that we are still yet to have fully restored is Clydesdale. And Clydesdale is important because we also need the water from Clydesdale. So we are pushing ahead. The Minister of Agriculture has set aside a budget for the restoration of Clydesdale. And with the level of devastation across the country, I have to still be very thankful that while we're focused in the West, we have found the funding to be able to restore many of the spaces across the eastern belt that has been affected. So, I will say to all farmers, the distributions that we have of fertilizer, and you're getting significant amounts again. I saw the coffee producers getting 1,000 bags from the minister. I know they feel very good. And I saw Norman Grant, who is also one of the exporters, you know, getting significant amount of fertilizers from the Ministry of Agriculture. Let me step out with this plan. Minister of Agriculture, thank you. We are very grateful because when those fertilizers, this seedling comes to us, when we get the necessary pesticide and fungicide, and when our coffee farmers who are already devastated don't have to dip in their empty pockets or emptying pockets, it makes a big difference for us. It ensures that it reduces our cost of production because you have given us some help. With all the training that you have imparted, it ensures that we are better able to manage our crop. We also know when we need to replenish our crop. And you are giving us the necessary support to make it possible to continue to produce the best coffee in the world. Farmers, cheap coffee exists in other places, really cheap. And when you go to places like China, you find everybody who have found ways of doing AI, found ways of technology improving what they do, trying to see if they can copy our Blue Mountain coffee. I encourage you today, this Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee Day, take advantage of the work of the government of Jamaica. Take advantage of the fact that you get support with the ingredients, the typical seedling, the fertilizer. Take advantage of the fact that the minister has reduced the cost of a farmer registering and being able to export their own coffee, so you can be added to the international market. Take advantage of the fact that as ministers, as Speaker of the House of Parliament, we visit other countries almost every month. If I am not going away, Minister Green is probably going, Minister Terrell, Minister Bartlett, Minister Green, someone is going somewhere else in the world. It gives you the opportunity to send your coffee overseas to another country. So I should have left this morning, I should have gone on to India. I stayed so I could be here with you today because this is important for me. And so I traveled to Net instead. I am going to take with me this time. I think I told them send to Soli and send to, I think it was Exotic Blue, I think is the other brand. Each time I go, I take Jablon with me every single time. So I have decided that it is time for us to promote every single Blue Mountain coffee producer. So I know no man will vex with me. However, farmers, every single brand that is of quality, I only ask Chakra one thing. Find a way to put together an international package for our tourists. That international package, I will take it on every parliamentary trip. And I will encourage that that package goes with every single minister and mission from Jamaica. So we can showcase every single large, good quality, small, good quality coffee farmer from Jamaica who wants their coffee to be tasted on the lips of persons here and abroad. I thank you once again, all the farmers here, all the persons involved in producing. Thank you for coming to East Rural, and thank you for coming to Mavis Bank. And I am looking forward, maybe not this coffee festival, but next coffee festival being held here in East Rural, St. Andrew, and I'm recommending that we go right down to the Mavis Bank High School, where we can have a big space to park. Logistics is good, and you can visit some of the coffee factories. When you visit the coffee factories, it gives also another type of experience. It enriches that experience. So I want you to visit. So we look at both where we're coming from the farmer to the factory, and then to the other produce that we are able to make and distribute in soaps and cakes and liquor and the rest. Have I marketed enough? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Me no drink coffee, tea, no other time. Hear how nice it may be, no other time. In the heart of the mango crop, when the fruits them are ripe and drop, wash your pots, turn them down, it's coffee time. Please don't expect me to sing, I'm not a singer. That was Whatnot, the Jamaican Blue Mountain Coffee, recognized worldwide as the best coffee in the world. Make some noise for that. That is a big deal. Yeah? We would also like to acknowledge the team of Sergeant Devon McFarlane from the Mavis Bank Police who are here with us today. Let's make some noise for that. Thank you so much. And now, as we turn our focus to the future of Jamaica's coffee industry, it is my honor to invite a minister who has been working assiduously long before and even more so through and beyond the ravages of Hurricane Melissa. He has remained on the ground, supporting farmers, guiding recovery efforts, and ensuring that the agricultural sector continues to move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, the Honorable Mr. Floyd Green, to deliver the keynote message.
Thank you very much. Can we hear it for our master of ceremony? Big round of applause. Isn't she doing excellent? Yes, I think she is now a staple for us at these events. She is very good. Of course, the host member of Parliament, or Speaker of the House, and a wonderful singer and a very dynamic representative. This is Juliet Poulos. We're happy to be here with you. Our State Minister Terry Long, and other members of the team from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Of course, the Deputy Board Chair of JACRA, Mr. David Shirley, and his team from Stone Lee Coffee. Mr. Hunter, Director General of the JACRA team. It is JACRA Day today, though. Yeah, man, I see the JACRA team is out, and all of them have had their Blue Mountain coffee. Norman Grant, we know you shine on days like today. We know that a day like today, I don't even know if you sleep last night, because you have to get the hat right, and you have to be here. Because today is a day for you. Mr. Samad, our growers, want to pick up and the team, our Jamaica Coffee Growers Association. The Tourism Enhancement Fund, it's good to have the people with the money here, right? TF has a lot of money. I don't know how much they have spent with you this year, JACRA, but I'm telling you, don't make them talk next year if you don't get some money from them. Right? It can't be all talk. that. Can we have a big round of applause for the students from Mount Fletcher Primary School and the Guava Ridge Basic School? And I want you to give a bigger round of applause for the teachers. Keep the applause going for the teachers. Once you have children, you know it is not easy to get them to do anything, much less to perform. And did you see the little ones? Did you see all the teachers were engaged? Sammy really plant piece of candle. You know, when our schools come and they do well, we believe they should be rewarded. So I start by saying that we're going to provide Mount Fletcher Primary School and the Guava Ridge Basic School $50,000 each towards their school programs. And we thank them for participating today. Other members of the media and the most important people here today, our coffee farmers. Let's hear it for our coffee farmers. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. This is going to be our best year ever, not true? You have to speak it into being. And we are starting it right. We are starting it in the heart of the Blue Mountain. With the best coffee in the entire world. And you can't have the best coffee in the world unless it is produced by the best farmers in the world. So we're starting the year with our wonderful Blue Mountain coffee farmers right here in Guava Ridge. One of the things that we can celebrate as Jamaicans is that we have a brand like Blue Mountain Coffee that is recognized globally for its quality and that is sought after in all corners of the earth. In fact, I remember a few years ago, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs organized an engagement in New York around Blue Mountain Coffee Day. And they were speaking to one of the New York politicians. And he was saying, boy, the way he loved Blue Mountain Coffee, he only drink it on special occasion. Because it's that sort of beverage that anybody can get when they come to the house. It has to be somebody special. That is how well regarded our coffee is. But we know that for the last 2 years, we have been through some challenges. We know that our coffee farmers have taken a beating. Hurricane Beryl was difficult. Tropical storm Raphael, with the non-stop rains in November, was extremely challenging. And when we thought that we were past the worst, Hurricane Melissa came and brought further challenge. But you know, we may be bent, but we will never be broken. And Melissa might take some of the fields, some of the trees, but it cannot take the spirit and the heart of the Jamaican coffee farmer. And no matter what, we will go again. You pick him up, you lick him down. Water. What a hard man to get. That is the spirit of the Jamaican farmer. And we know, as a ministry, as a government, once we provide you with the support, you will do what you love. And that is farming the best coffee in the world. And that is why we have already rolled out a program of assistance. And we never just sat in our offices and decided what we will do to help the coffee farmers. As you would have heard, we engage our growers, we engage our exporters, we send our teams out into the fields, and we have already started to roll out about $120 million in support to get our farmers back out there planting again. And that support goes across the full gamut of what you need to go again. So, one, we are providing some nutritional support with fertilizer. Very, very important for those of you who have trees that you're trying to preserve and trying to get them production back up. But as you see today, a critical part of that intervention, as you heard from the Member of Parliament, is providing you with new seedlings so that you can go out there and plant new trees. The reality of Blue Mountain Coffee, and this was before Melissa, some of you have trees that were planted before the minister was born. And those are the trees that you expect to still produce good in terms of your productivity levels. That cannot work. We have to get new trees in the ground. Today we've already distributed about 15,000 coffee seedlings. Today we're embarking on a drive to plant another 1,000 seedlings. And as you have heard, we're looking to make 60,000 seedlings available for you, the coffee farmer. And all of this is free of cost. Because yes, well, when we say free, all of this is paid for by your government. It is free to the farmer. Very, very important point that is being made. And we're not just doing seedlings. We're not just doing fertilizer. We're doing herbicides. We're doing fungicides. We also want more coffee farmers to intercrop their coffee. We know when we give you these new trees, it will take some time for you to get the return from the investment. So we want you to plant some of our shorter term crops in between the coffee, so you can get that return and use that money to continue to drive your coffee. And we will provide you with those seedlings again free of cost. So reach out to your RADA and JACRA officer. The JS is here with Mr. Grant. We want to see these hills. The hills are great for coffee, but they can grow almost everything. So we want you to do more of that, and we are leading that charge. Additionally, there are some other areas that we have to focus on, and that the government is focusing on. The infrastructure in the Blue Mountain, the road network in the Blue Mountain is probably one of the biggest challenges to increase investment. If farmers can't get to their farms, if the coffee can't come out from the farms, it's a challenge. So since last year, as Minister, I have directed RADA that from our farm road budget to at least allocate $100 million each year to our coffee farm roads. And we have ring-fenced that. So every year you can look for that contribution. Additionally, in our Hurricane Melissa recovery, we would have gone to the Ministry of Finance and we would have said to the Ministry of Finance, we need money for farm roads. And we are going to be embarking now on a project to rehabilitate about 50 farm roads across the country. And the Ministry of Finance was kind enough to say, as a part of your recovery effort, we're going to provide you with $800 million for the farm road program recovery. And again, we are taking out over $100 million from that to deal with farm roads in the Blue Mountain area. So areas like Clydesdale that you would have heard the Member of Parliament spoke about, we are already far advanced in relation to contracting to get the work done on those coffee roads. So we are focused on helping the coffee roads. But I'll be honest, while we will continue to do that, to treat with all the roads in the coffee belt, that will take us a long time. So what we are doing between the National Works Agency along with JACRA and RADA, we are putting a comprehensive plan to go to the Ministry of Finance to say to the ministry, instead of us using our farm road budget let us have a budget just for coffee roads. Let us earmark about $5 billion over the next 4 years to treat with the roads in the Blue Mountain Belt. We have no doubt that that investment would yield tremendous returns. We will see increased investment, we will see increased production, and importantly, we will see increased exports, because about 80% of the coffee that we produce is exported. So we know that investment will yield great returns. And the good news, I have the backing of the Speaker of the House in that regard. And we are going to champion that. And it's important now because we are looking to recover from Melissa. We have to drive the recovery. And I can tell you, agriculture is going to drive our economic recovery from Melissa. There are two more things that the government is focused on that I will mention now in relation to coffee. One of them is that we have to continue our research work around coffee. The same plants that we used to distribute 10 years ago might not be ideal for this new climate. So we have started some research looking at the varieties that align with our taste profile now, but looking to bring forward by 2027 new varieties that are more climate resilient, that will give us greater productivity, that can treat with the new age pests that we're seeing affecting our coffee. The government is focused on that. Additionally, I have spoken to Minister Montague, and I have said that there are some great coffee farmers who are farming on government land. And because they don't have any papers, they are afraid to expand their production, because they don't want to expand and then somebody come and say it is time to go. We need to regularize the land tenureship of our coffee farmers that are utilizing government land. And that is a priority for me as minister in this year. We are going to be working with the Ministry of Economic Growth, because I know if you have some paper, not only will you be able to get some financing for your coffee, but you will say to your children, how will be? Because we need to secure the generational legacy of our coffee. So that is it from the government perspective. But as they say in the country, I come from, one hand can't clap, don't you? So we have to work with our exporters. And the exporters have to ensure that they are looking for new markets. We can't put our egg in one basket. There are other areas that are clamoring for Jamaican coffee, Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. And we have to work together, Jackra Export Association, to see how do we get into those high-end markets. It is very important, and I believe between the Exporters Association and Jackra, we need to craft, along with Jackra, a clear strategy to expand our market share in non-traditional markets. The other thing that the exporters must do, you have to pay the coffee farmer a fair price. The minister could preach till it blue. If you are investing and not getting a return on your investment, you are going to stop investing. And I have said to the exporters, pricing doesn't need to be secret. We know that coffee is traded on the world market. We know that the price fluctuates, it go up and it go down. We know that when you take the coffee, you have to do certain things to get it to send it up. Talk to the farmers. If the farmers don't feel like they are getting a fair price
fair price, and the farmers must know that you are paying them a fair price. Farmers, you also have a role to play. The quality of the coffee is important. This thing where you leave your trees and then you run back in when you think the price is getting better, and then when you look at the quality, the coffee quality is not there, we have to stop this. It's a business, and the coffee is as good as its quality. We have set ourselves apart from others because of our quality, and farmers come out to trading sessions. Don't only come if fertilizer is there or if pesticide is there, because you can't be farming the same way you used to farm 20 years ago. When you and I know up here cool and nice, but 10 years ago if we were here everybody would have a jacket. The climate is getting warmer. It is a fact. So you must change some of your farming practices. I know if we work together, government, farmer, exporter, we will continue to give the world the best coffee in the world. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we will meet again.
Thank you so very much for a very vibrant, very informative, and well-received message. We appreciate the time you took to share your knowledge on agriculture. Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Mining, the Honorable Mr. Floyd Green. Now, of course, we have some goodies to give away, right? It's only right. Now, to the first farmer to come up on stage and let me know which country is one of the largest consumers of Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee, you walk away with something. You have to come. First person to come. First person to come. Right spots. Let them know.
Our beautiful coffee goes to Japan.
Say it again. Tell them again. Because they never done this.
Wait till you not hear what Miss Graham said. The best coffee in the world goes to Japan. Jamaican coffee goes to Japan.
Jamaican coffee goes to where? Japan. All right. Kendrick Salter, please and thank you. Yes, the collector prize here. You're not leaving here. Right, we go to him. He's gonna sort you out. All right. She's very serious about our prize here. Now I have another one given away. Today marks which staging of Blue Mountain Coffee Day? Today marks, you have to come on stage. You have to come on stage, yes? Yes, yes. Come on up. 8 years. 8 years, are you sure? Yes. Is she correct? Yes. Mr. Shirley? All right. Go to Mr. Morgan and we sort you, because I don't have the prizes, right? I just have the question. All right, so the final question. What region in Jamaica is world famous for producing the Blue Mountain coffee? The last one, the last giveaway. The last giveaway. Actually, I'll give you an easy one. What does JACRA stands for? What does JACRA stands for? First person to come on. What does JACRA stands for? I'm not saying I'm the banana come up. And the answer, the right all over. Yeah, the right all over. I don't understand. Yeah? Henry, can you bring the prize on stage so they know something now? You know? Because they don't believe me. I don't like that. I'm a woman of my word. You understand? So I need the basket up here. I need to see the shine. You're a farmer.
A proud farmer.
I love that. Proud farmer. Now, tell me, what does JACRA stand for?
J, Jamaica. A, agriculture. C, coffee.
What is there, right?
revelatory.
All right, now say it again. Say it again. Say it in the sheets. Say it again. Say Jacra.
Jamaica. Agriculture. Regulatory.
Alright, make some noise. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Thank you so much.
So let's come down right here, say your prize.
Yeah.
Take a picture with you right over by.
So Kerry, like when we ask the question, we can go on one of them back there. I'm just asking. Now, as we come to an end of the formalities for today's Blue Mountain Coffee, my name is Daniela McKenzie, and it has truly been a joy celebrating with you. Today reminded us of the importance of agriculture, the value of partnership in preserving and protecting the legacy of Blue Mountain Coffee, one of Jamaica's greatest treasures. We were reminded that sustainability, innovation, and action must go hand in hand if we are to secure the future of this industry. Yeah, wave, yeah, all right. And with that in mind, it is only fitting that we move from conversation to commitment. So now it's time to move from words to action. It's time to put our hands in the soil, stand with our farmers, and begin rebuilding together. So to formally close out today's celebration, please welcome Mr. Kendrick Morgan, Public Relations and Communications Specialist at JACRA, who will deliver the vote of thanks.
Fisheries and Mining, the Honorable Floyd Green, State Minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, the Honorable Alando Terry-Long, the Most Honorable Juliet Punis, Speaker of the House and the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew East Rural, Mr. Durrani Sargent, Director of Finance at the Tourism Enhancement Fund, President of the Jamaica Coffee Exporters Association, Dr. Norman Grant, and President of the Jamaica Coffee Growers Association, Mr. Donald Saman, other members of the Diplomatic Corps, industry partners and stakeholders, members of the media and our resilient farmers. So one last time today, good afternoon. On behalf of JACRA, allow me to use this opportunity to thank you for your presence, your time, and your continued commitment to one of Jamaica's most iconic products. As you have heard today from the various speakers, we have much to be thankful for as we celebrate another year of excellence, of passion, of love and support in the midst of all, but in the midst of all of that, we must consider the hardships. Yes, we are reminded of the horrors that Hurricane Melissa brought with her and left behind, but reiterating Minister Green's favorite sayings, you lick him down, you pick him back up, you bounce right back. What a hard man for them. As such, today's ceremony solidified not only your own determination as farmers, who are the backbone of Jamaica's agriculture sector, but that of the government of Jamaica via the Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and most importantly, the Ministry of Agriculture and all its agencies, including JACRA, stand proudly with you. So what happens next? With all that has been done and said today, the work continues. The Ministry of Agriculture will continue to be with you on the ground. Every step you take, every crop you plant, you will be seeing us more with each passing day, with each passing week, and the months to come. And today is just the start of that. As we leave here today, we'll be doing a ceremonial planting in Quasha Gap, and so we invite our special guests to be with us for that planting. And for all our other special attendees and guests, please feel free to continue enjoying the booths here today, including the JACRA booth and several other chemical houses who are here with us, and partners who are here with us today. Thank you again so much for your continued support. May God continue to bless you, and may God continue to bless and keep Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee. Thank you so much.
Step back a little, step back a little, step back a little.
I'm not seeing you getting too far. They must come
Alright, so the media just getting their photos.
This is exported as well.
So after this, we'll be going right to Portugal with our special guest, where we'll be doing the ceremonial planting of several coffee seedlings on today Jamaica Blue Mountain Coffee Day.
Yes. This is the roast. Alright,
thank you so much.
Everybody spread this ring and then everybody back up and take one picture.
Right there,
Hold your plan down. Hold your plan down. Hold your plan down.
Right here, 1 second. 1 second, guys, right here.
Yes, sir, right here, right here.
Black Rock, right here, 3, 2. Alright. Tell them about the plan. Tell them about the plan. Tell them about the plan.
that is typical. Okay.
Alright, thank you so much. Thank you so much, gentle people. Alright. Me.